GDPR data security. Under the GDPR, you are required to protect personal data. That means security isn't optional. It's the law. I will answer the most common questions asked about security under GDPR, from requirement and encryption to testing, MFA, trainings, DPIAs, vendors, and breach handling. Let's get started. What does GDPR require for data security? GDPR requires appropriate technical and organizational measures and safeguard confidentiality, integrity, availability, and resilience. Use encryption or pseudonymization where suitable and ensure backups and disaster recovery. GDPR under Article 32 use encryption, access control, and regular testing to stay compliant and keep personal data safe. In simple terms, you need strong password, secure system, trained staff, and plan for when things go wrong. Encryption basics. At rest versus in transit. Encryption is a key part of data security. But what does it really mean? Encryption reduces the impact of data loss by making information unreadable. Encryption at rest protects against device theft and storage exposure and include backups and logs. So if a laptop or database copy goes missing, encrypted data stays protected. Encryption in transit. Encrypt data during transfer browser to app to database, service to service while it travels over the internet. Use TLS, consider MTLS or VPN, guard against eavesdropping and man in the middle attacks. Disable weak ciphers and verify certificates. MFA, multi-factor authentication adds a second lock on your accounts, like a password plus a code on your phone. Multi-factor authentication combines two or more factors, something you know, have, or are. It blocks passwords-only attack like phishing or credential stuffing. Prefer authenticator apps or hardware keys over SMS. Multi-factor authentication means a password is not enough. You also need a code or device. Easy step, huge security boost. How often should we test security? Run weekly or monthly vulnerability scan, internal and external. Schedule penetration tests at least annually and after major changes to stay ahead of hackers and compliant with GDPR. Exercise the playbooks, incident response tabletops, and backup restore tests each quarter or semi annually. Employee training, your first firewall. Most breaches start with people. Training turns people into defender. Train your team regularly to spot phishing, handle data safely, and report issues. Measure impact with simulations, pass rate, and policy acknowledgement. Regular GDPR training keeps your team alert to phishing, safeguard handling, and incident reporting. DPIA, what it is and when required. A data protection impact assessment. Evaluate high risk processing. Checks risks before you process sensitive data like biometric and AI profiling, and make sure you have a security in place to reduce them. DPIA helps you identify weak spots before they become liabilities, especially when launching new tools or handling sensitive data. Required for large scale special category data, systematic monitoring, or profiling with significant effects. If residual high risk remains, consult your supervisory authority before proceeding. Third party vendors. If you use cloud security, SaaS tools, or freelancers, you are still responsible for the data. Always sign a data processing agreement. Review your vendor security. Keep track of who has access to what. If vendor touches your data, you must have data processing agreement. Confirm they follow GDPR, check their security regularly. Their breach could cost you. They should perform due diligence, ISO 27000, SOC, and standard questionnaires. Clarify shared responsibility in cloud environments and track sub-processor and data locations. Are we responsible for data security in cloud? We are responsible for MFA, access control, and encryption settings. The provider handles server patching, physical data center security. Always review your cloud provider's GDPR compliant and security posture. Data breaches. How GDPR handle them? Under GDPR, you have 72 hours to report serious breaches to your regulators and notify users if there is a high risk to them. Don't wait, document everything to keep a breach log and track incident. A personal data breach affects confidentiality, integrity, or availability of personal data. Report should include nature and scope, DPO contact, consequences, and mitigations, and everything should be documented. Pseudonymization, replacing identifiers with keys. Anonymization, removing identifiers completely. What's the benefit of pseudonymization and anonymization under GDPR? Reduce risk if data is breached, might reduce compliance obligation required for some type of secure processing, research, or testing. Quick answers: GDPR requires risk based controls, encryptions, resilience, and regular testing. Implement encryption at rest and in transit. Enforce MFA and invest in training. Use DPIAs for high risk projects. Agreement with vendors and rehearse the 72 hours each playbook. You can secure your system by training your people, encrypt your data, agreement with your vendor, and always be ready to respond. Here's your data security compliance to do list. Use encryption at rest and transit. Enforce MFA. Run regular security testing. Train your employees. Do DPIAs before high risk processing. Agreement with your vendor and sign DPA. Check your vendor security and keep documentation, risk assessment, log, and policies.